Hey y'all, first time doing a voiceover, but yeah, let's get it. So this is the Tefal pressure canner. This is the only pressure canner that I know the instructions to. So to the weighted ones or the old school ones, oof, you guys are gonna have to research. So this is 4 bags of just the Great Value popcorn I got from Walmart. Here I am just rinsing it off pretty much, making sure that it's all nice and clean. Even though this is a food grade one, I'm still gonna rinse it off. And you definitely wanna make sure you're rinsing them off if you're getting them from your local feed stores in bulk. So I'm just washing them off and putting them into my pressure canner. And this is a pressure canner slash pressure cooker as well. So we're doing both steps. We're pressure cooking the corn first, and then we're going to pressure can it just to sterilize it. The pressure cooking actually helps so much better than actually trying to cook it on the stove. So now I'm just filling it up until it is about 3 to 4 inches above the actual corn. That depends on how much corn that you actually have in your pressure cooker. So here's a close-up representation of how you want it to be. So you want to put your lid on, set your stove to high, and then you want to make sure that for the pressure cooking step that you're setting is set to number 3. Let it sit on high until it shoots out a steady stream, just like this right here. And also it will start to show number 3 on the actual dial right there. Then you're going to set a timer for 5 to 7 minutes. And then after that 5 to 7 minutes is up, you're going to turn it off and you're going to do basically a fast vent, just like what's happening here. And you're going to set it down all the way until the full vent setting. You're going to let that cool down and get to the point where it is no more steam. Then you're going to come and move it to an area that is safe. I did this in my kitchen sink, and I'm going to go ahead and start draining this out pretty much. And after you drain it out, you are going to start laying it on a sheet. What I do is I lay it on a sheet. It's way better than a towel. It's way less lint. And you're basically going to spread this out until the corn is dried for about 30 to 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much corn that you actually use. You kind of navigate. Once you put it in your hands and you can shake it out with no wet residue in your hands, that's when you know it's ready. Then load up your bags of corn to whatever weight that you're choosing. I'm doing 1.5 pound bags. Look at these pretty babies, all nice and folded up. And then we're going to load these babies up into the pressure canner and use it for the actual pressure canning settings to go ahead and start the sterilization process. I also put 3 quarts of water at the bottom of the pressure canner. So now that I'm finished stacking them in there, I'm just going to take this second silver disc that came into my box and stacking that on top of the popcorn so that it does not clog the valve whenever I do the venting process, or just in case one of the bags bursts. You're going to set this one at the venting setting to go ahead and activate the actual canning portion of this. You're going to set it to high still again, and then you're going to wait for it to literally start letting out steam, just like the first time, but it's not going to be as intense as the pressure cooking. Then whenever you see steam, you're going to start your timer at 10 minutes. And then after that 10 minutes, then you're going to set your valve to the number 3, which is 15 PSI, and then set your timer to 2 hours, and that will do full sterilization. Then after that, what you're going to do is you're going to cut your heat in half. So I put it at about a medium. After it's done for the 2 hours, you're going to go ahead and let it vent again, let it cool down. Now I'm back in my lab. Look at these beautiful babies after 2 hours of perfect sterilization. And now I'm just taking them out, and I'm going to definitely spray these down. I didn't show that, but I'm going to spray all of these down with alcohol before I start impulse sealing. And these are all the bags, perfect humidity, perfect moisture. So this is the impulse sealer. I have it setting to 5 because these are pretty thick bags. So what you're going to do is you're literally just going to press the impulse sealer on the bag to actually seal it as fast as you can, especially if you do not have a laminar flow hood. I do not have one yet anyways. And you're basically going to press it on there until the light goes off, and then you're going to wait about 5 seconds even after the light goes off to actually seal it. So these are all the bags sealed and sanitized and ready to store. Store them in a cool, dark place until it's ready for inoculation, and that is it. You have your Trippy corn bags.